several marks, 5 marks in particular, that indicate that you may have a hard heart. Actually, if you have a mark, your heart is either hardened or it's being hardened. Here's what we find out. The first mark that we discover about Pharaoh, and you may have guessed this, is that you reject God's authority. You reject God's authority. Do you know anybody that's rejecting God's authority besides yourself? Show of hands who knows somebody who's rejecting God's authority besides themselves. I said it that way because every one of us are probably guilty from time to time to resisting, if not rejecting, His authority. And it's sometimes difficult to follow. But Pharaoh didn't know God, and Pharaoh didn't want to know. I mean, these words are for every one of us this morning. Amen. A hardened heart always starts right here and now. When you reject God, listen to this. When you reject God, things will never, ever in eternity get better. You can only get worse. I want you to pay attention right now, because the Pharaoh's argument and his answer to Moses and Aaron. Because what we read in Exodus chapter 5, let me see, do I have that? I don't have that up there, so I'll just have to read it to you. Exodus chapter 5, verse 2. How many of you know God told Moses to go see Pharaoh? And Pharaoh says, "Who is the Lord that I should obey him and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go." Make a note if you like, Exodus chapter 5, verse 2. Because you're going to be hearing this again in the next couple of weeks. See, the Pharaoh said, "I don't know the Lord." And he was right. He was being honest. He was being truthful. He didn't know the Lord. But he was about to meet him. You know, see, the ultimate issue is the same with us as it was for Pharaoh. Who's running the show? And Pharaoh's going to find the answer. You see, because when we reject God, things never get better. You see, we can know the Lord in 2 different ways. And are you ready for this? The Lord is either our deliverer or He's our destroyer. He's one or the other. He's nothing in between. He's either your deliverer or your destroyer. There's no option. Because Pharaoh did not know Him as the deliverer, he would soon know Him as what? The destroyer. The people of Egypt would pay a terrible price. Get this. Here the leader is, and now the people of Egypt are going to pay